Your body is fighting a losing battle against toxins every single day. Pollution, processed foods, and environmental chemicals are overwhelming your cells faster than your natural detox systems can handle. But what if I told you there's a plant that can help unlock your body's master detox switch? This isn't about expensive supplements or trendy cleanses. Scientists have discovered that Moringa's unique compound called Moringan can activate the NRF2 pathway that controls over 200 protective genes in your body, something no other natural substance can do as effectively. The secret lies in how it disarms a protein that's been sabotaging your detox system your entire life. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to age slower and stay healthier despite living in the same toxic world as everyone else? The answer lies in a cellular defense system that most people never even know exists. Inside every cell in your body, there's a master switch called NRF2 that controls over 200 protective genes. Think of it as your cellular security system that decides when to turn on your body's natural defenses against toxins, inflammation, and cellular damage. But here's what most people don't know. This security system is being sabotaged from the inside by your own body. While you're focused on eating organic foods and drinking filtered water, your cells are struggling with a much deeper problem. The NRF2 pathway is supposed to activate when your body detects stress or toxins, but modern life has created conditions where this system can't function properly. Your cells are sending distress signals, but the security system isn't responding the way it should. When NRF2 activates correctly, it flips on hundreds of protective genes, from glutathione production to inflammation control when it's working properly. This pathway doesn't just make one or two protective compounds, it coordinates the production of hundreds of different molecules that work together to protect your cells. Glutathione, your body's most powerful antioxidant, gets produced in massive quantities. Catalase and superoxide dismutase start breaking down harmful free radicals. Phase 2 detox enzymes begin processing toxins for elimination. All of this happens automatically when NRF switches on. These protective genes work together to neutralize toxins, reduce inflammation, and fix damaged cells before they cause problems. The NRF2 system identifies threats at the molecular level and responds with precision. When heavy metals enter your bloodstream, specific enzymes activate to bind and remove them. When your cells produce too many inflammatory molecules, anti-inflammatory proteins get released to restore balance. When cellular components get damaged by oxidative stress, repair mechanisms kick in to fix the problem immediately. Your liver, kidneys, and even your brain rely on this system to stay healthy and function properly. In your liver, NRF2 activation increases the production of enzymes that break down toxins and prepare them for elimination. Your kidneys use NRF2-controlled proteins to filter waste products and maintain proper fluid balance. Your brain depends on this pathway to protect neurons from damage and maintain cognitive function as you age. Without proper NRF2 activity, these organs can't perform their essential functions effectively. Scientists have found that people with stronger NRF2 activity are linked to healthier aging and have lower rates of chronic diseases. Research shows that individuals with better NRF function have reduced risk of cancer, heart disease, and neurodegenerative conditions. Their cells produce more protective compounds and handle stress better than people with weaker NRF2 activity. These individuals also show slower rates of cellular aging and better recovery from illness or injury. But there's a catch that explains why most people's detox systems fail over time. The NRF2 pathway doesn't stay active permanently. It's designed to turn on during times of stress and then shut off when the threat passes. This on-off pattern worked perfectly for our ancestors who faced occasional acute stressors. However, modern toxins and chronic stress blunt NRF activation, overwhelming the system. Your NRF2 pathway gets exhausted from constant activation and starts responding more weakly over time. Age also reduces NRF function naturally. As you get older, your cells produce less of the signaling molecules that activate this pathway. The genes controlled by NRF become less responsive to activation signals. This explains why older adults often struggle with detoxification, have more inflammation, and recover more slowly from illness. Their cellular security system is still present but functioning at reduced capacity. The NRF2 pathway is your body's most powerful natural defense, but it needs the right activation to work properly. Simply eating antioxidant-rich foods provides temporary relief but doesn't address the underlying problem of weakened NRF function. Your cells need sustained activation of this pathway to maintain optimal protection against modern toxins and stressors. But what's really preventing your NRF system from working at full capacity goes deeper than just age and toxic exposure. There's a protein in your body that's actively working against your health every single day. While you're doing everything right to stay healthy, this protein is quietly undoing your efforts from the inside. Meet KP1, a protein that acts like a brake pedal on your NRF2 system, shutting down your cellular defenses when you need them the most. This isn't some rare genetic defect or unusual condition. Every person watching this has KP1 proteins in their cells right now, and they're probably working overtime to weaken your natural detox abilities. As you age, KP1 becomes more active, which means your detox system gets weaker just when toxin exposure is increasing. Think about this for a moment. Your 20s and 30s are when your body handles toxins relatively well, but as you enter your 40s, 50s, and beyond, your cells start producing more KP1 proteins. These proteins become increasingly aggressive at shutting down your NRF2 pathway. The cruel irony is that older adults face more health challenges and need stronger detox systems, yet their bodies are actively dismantling these protective mechanisms. Think of KP1 as an overprotective security guard who keeps shutting off the alarm system. Your cells detect toxins and try to activate the NRF2 pathway to protect themselves, but KP1 steps in and marks NRF2 for destruction, preventing your cells from making the protective compounds they need. This protein binds to NRF2 and tags it for waste disposal, telling other cellular machinery to grab the NRF2 and break it down into pieces. Within minutes, your cells destroy the very protein that was supposed to protect them. The protective genes never get activated, and your cells remain vulnerable to damage. Studies show that people with higher KP1 activity have more inflammation, faster aging, and higher disease rates. Research teams have measured KP1 levels in thousands of people and found clear patterns. Individuals with elevated KP1 activity consistently show higher blood markers for inflammation, including elevated C-reactive protein and interleukin-6. Their cells produce fewer antioxidants and detox enzymes, leading to accelerated cellular aging. Cancer rates, heart disease, and neurodegenerative conditions all correlate with higher KP1 activity levels. This creates a vicious cycle where the more toxins you're exposed to, the weaker your detox system becomes. Environmental toxins trigger KP1 production, which shuts down NRF2 activity, which reduces your ability to neutralize toxins, which leads to more cellular damage, which triggers even more KP1 production. Each cycle makes the problem worse. People living in polluted cities or working in toxic environments often develop increasingly severe health problems because their KP1 systems go into overdrive. Chronic KP1 activity can weaken the detox system over time, explaining why some people experience declining health as they age. Years of accumulated KP1 activity gradually overwhelm their cellular defenses. Their energy decreases, their skin shows more signs of aging, their digestion becomes less efficient, and their immune system weakens. They assume this is normal aging, but it's actually the result of KP1 sabotage gradually winning the battle against their NRF2 defenses. Understanding KP1's role reveals why standard detox approaches fail. They don't address this internal sabotage. Juice cleanses, colon hydrotherapy, and expensive supplement regimens provide temporary relief but can't overcome the fundamental problem of KP1 shutting down your cellular defenses. The key to real detoxification lies in finding a way to disable this cellular brake system safely and naturally. But what if there was a way to actually turn off this sabotage system? What if you could find something that specifically targets KP1 and prevents it from destroying your NRF2 proteins? The answer might be hiding in a plant that traditional healers have treasured for thousands of years. Used for centuries in Ayurvedic medicine, Moringa oleifera seeds and leaves contain over 90 bioactive compounds that work together in ways scientists are still discovering. Ancient healers used every part of this plant to treat dozens of different health problems. They crushed the leaves into powders, pressed oil from the seeds, and made teas from the bark. Traditional medicine texts describe it as a cure-all that could restore vitality and prevent disease. But these ancient practitioners were working with limited knowledge. They knew Moringa worked, but they couldn't explain why it was so much more effective than other healing plants. Moringa oleifera contains unique compounds called isothiocyanate that can actually disable the KAP1 protein that's been sabotaging your detox system. The most powerful bioactive compound is moringan, also called MIC1, which makes up to 40% of the seed extract. When you consume moringa, these isothiocyanates enter your bloodstream and travel to your cells. They don't just provide antioxidant benefits like other plant compounds, instead they target the specific protein that's been shutting down your cellular defenses. Unlike other plants that only provide temporary antioxidant effects, moringa works by blocking KAP1 while activating your NRF2 pathway. Most antioxidant supplements work by donating electrons to neutralize free radicals. This provides short-term protection, but the effects wear off within hours. Your cells return to their previous state of vulnerability. Moringa works completely differently. It doesn't just neutralize existing damage, it changes how your cells respond to threats by preventing KAP1 from destroying your NRF2 proteins. These bioactive compounds work like molecular scissors, cutting the brake lines on KAP1 so your NRF2 can stay active longer. The isothiocyanates bind to specific sites on the KAP1 protein and change its shape. This shape change prevents KAP1 from attaching to NRF2 proteins. Without KAP interference, your NRF2 molecules can activate protective genes for extended periods. Your cells start producing antioxidants, detox enzymes, and repair proteins at levels you haven't experienced in years. Research shows that moringa extract can keep NRF2 activated for 6 to 8 hours instead of minutes, giving your cells time to produce massive amounts of protective enzymes. Laboratory studies reveal that cells treated with moringa maintain elevated NRF activity for this extended period. During this activation window, your cells produce hundreds of different protective compounds. Glutathione levels increase dramatically. Catalase and superoxide dismutase production jumps significantly. Phase 2 detox enzymes multiply rapidly, giving your liver and kidneys enhanced toxin processing abilities. But moringa doesn't stop there. It also blocks the NFKB pathway that triggers inflammation and neutralizes harmful bacterial toxins in your gut. The NFKB pathway is like an inflammation switch in your cells. When toxins, stress, or infections activate this pathway, your cells flood your body with inflammatory molecules. Moringa's bioactive compounds prevent NFKB from turning on, stopping inflammation before it starts. This dual action of activating protective pathways while blocking harmful ones makes moringa uniquely powerful. Studies have found that people taking moringa show improved liver function, better kidney health, and reduced markers of cellular damage. Clinical trials demonstrate that participants taking moringa extract show significant improvements in liver enzyme levels. Their kidneys filter toxins more efficiently, and blood tests reveal lower levels of oxidative stress markers. Studies find hundreds of genes switch on protective processes under moringa treatment. Many of these genes are involved in detoxification, antioxidant production, and cellular repair. The plant essentially reprograms your cells to function more effectively. This genetic reprogramming explains why moringa's effects build over time rather than wearing off like typical supplements. Moringa's unique ability to disable KAP1 while activating multiple protective pathways makes it the most powerful natural detoxifier available. No other plant compound can simultaneously block the protein that sabotages your defenses while activating the genes that protect your cells. This explains why traditional medicine has revered this plant for centuries. It actually fixes the root cause of cellular toxicity rather than just treating symptoms. The science behind this cellular protection reveals why moringa stands apart from typical supplements. This plant doesn't just provide temporary relief like other antioxidants. It addresses the fundamental problem by disabling the KAP1 protein that's been sabotaging your health while activating your body's master detox switch for hours instead of minutes. If you're considering moringa, discuss moringa leaf powder capsules with your healthcare provider. Studies used 6 to 10 grams daily in research trials. People on blood pressure medications should consult a doctor before using moringa, as potential interactions are not well studied. You can add the powder to smoothies, oatmeal, or soups for easy daily consumption once you have medical clearance. Moringa oleifera shows unique NRF2 activation and inflammation blocking potential. Speak to your physician to find a safe, personalized approach that works for your specific health needs. If you found this information helpful and inspiring, please give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for more insights into natural health and wellness. Don't forget to share this video with friends and family who could benefit from learning about the incredible power of Moringa. Together, we can spread awareness and empower more people to take control of their health naturally. Thanks for watching and stay healthy.